Welcome to another Playchess Banter Blitz. It's 8 PM at the moment, UK time, quite a humid day. Thank you for waiting, if you've been waiting, and let's go on the 3 minutes. Let's click the 3 minutes. I did suggest, by the way, minimum rating, so that might come, I'm hoping at some point, the idea of selecting one of these 3 minute, 5 minute with a minimum rating, but it's a lucky dip at the moment. Okay, I'm going to play b3. So hi all on stream, thank you for coming. Benabaji, that reminds me. I've just had a takeaway with some lovely food, which that name reminds me of. Okay, let's take. I feel a bit bloated actually. Chicken as well was part of it. I feel a bit bloaty, but anyway, I'm hoping that's not going to kill my performance. Here, okay, e3's under fire. This doesn't look entirely pleasant, does it? I'll hit g7. I could protect e3 after with rook e1, but it doesn't look like a convincing position. Actually, there's knight e3 immediately with a tactic on d1. Yeah. So in other words, I'm in trouble already. I got to connect these rooks. Right, he hasn't noticed that, it seems. So I think that was working. Crikey, how unpleasant is this? Can I play? Oh, this is just so unpleasant. How do I do this? How do I do this? I'll play this. There's knight f5. And try and grovel here? Do I try and grovel? Don't know. It's grovelly. Knight takes e4. What about knight takes e4? Is that a move? Or rather, it will... hope it's a move. Queen d5, bishop f3. Let's hope this is... Well, I hope it's okay. It's possibly okay. That's what I can say about it. Really. Okay. Maybe bishop g4 here. Or bishop f3. Because I'm hitting the knight. So let's just do this. If he's taking it, then queen takes f5. I think this might become a reasonable position. Might become a reasonable position at some point. Let's do this. I'm hoping there's no major tactic. As long as the pieces are protecting each other. There's no disconnection issues now. I'm hoping I'm not asking for trouble in any way tactically at the moment. Although to really know, you have to check the forcing moves. So g3, knight takes, queen takes. He's not winning my queen with knight g3. So let's just do this for a moment to hold f4. Then maybe rook. Oh, okay. It gets still a bit nasty. Can I do this? Oh no, I have blundered my queen. Oh, that was dumb, wasn't it? I've just blundered my queen. Yeah, I did say this might be a sleepy performance tonight. Oh, crikey. I didn't know it would be this sleepy. Yeah, because I've just had this, takeaway. Oh, great. That's just wonderful. Let's just play a queen down. That's really fantastic. Just for a laugh. I'll just play a queen down for a piece. if I play this check and then king g1, crikey. This is just a great first game. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Couldn't be going better. Okay. He's only got 40 seconds, though, on the bright side here. Although he seems to be winning even more material. So I think, you know what? I'm going to accept I'm losing even more material and try and win on time. I think it's the only thing I can do here is try and win on time. He didn't take the rook for some obscure reason. 22 seconds. How do I survive his 17? This is going to be a long 17 seconds, I'll tell you. 12 seconds. I'll attack with my king here. Or not, not really. He's only got 8 seconds to finish me off. 5, 4. Check. Make him lose a bit of time. Oh, what a fantastic first game. I was even looking out. I was looking out for a knight g3 take. I don't know if you remember earlier. I mean, it's something I was actually aware of in a more sophisticated way. And then I played g3. Okay. I think this is what happens off the chicken. To me, I don't know, my chess disintegrates. Unfortunately, I have timed it in such a way to have had chicken before this session. So we might as well call this the chicken disaster session of 2018. Okay, now unless I can wake up with water, I'm hoping I can wake up a little bit. Oh, crikey. Try and look at some basic variations, if possible, if brain permits. Some basic variations here. Knight b4, b5, bishop a2, queen d5 might be handy. Do this, get some open lines against the king. A file coming up. Surely stop him breaking up my king position. Rook a5, queen a8. That looks good as a plan. Okay, so queen a8. Quick way of doubling for rook a1. There's that whistling which is off-putting. Now, many of you know I'm not put off by anything, you know, including funny nicknames, derogatory nicknames. I'm never put off by anything. I never lose my calm. Many of you already know that, I know. And the whistling just adds to the fun and excitement of playing on this site. Clearly, it adds a lot of value to hear that whistling. Okay, anyway. And all these clopping sounds are really fantastic. Honest. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna get mated with queen f7. Hang on, queen, bishop c4. Isn't that checkmate? Oh yeah, this chroma key is not brilliant on the on part of it, by the way. So anyway, at the moment I couldn't get that quite right. Limited time, I'm afraid. You have to make concessions when you have limited time and resources. And we have some free barking sound effects as well today. in the background. Okay. So these sides are really particularly amazing. Okay. Maybe there should be some I don't know. Okay. Anyway, knight f2 here, surely. Oh, there's queen d4. Okay, I can make this better, can't I? Let's just do this. Alright, so the queen d4. Alright, let's just get that dot to bishop. So what happens if I do this? I don't lose my queen. That's the key thing. Yeah, right. So bishop e5 and queen h2. Queen h2 coming up on this king g1. Let's say king g. Oh, he resigns. Thanks. Okay. Oh, I'm in trouble now. 2184. I'm in trouble now. Huh? I don't even like this variation. D takes. Great. That's a really great start. Okay. D takes. Not the tango, but D takes. That's just great. Leela Chess fries this variation. Doesn't even have any book. Fries this variation quite consistently. If you have a look at the Leela Chess at some point. However, because I know I'm not playing Leela Chess, and most people give me a decent position, I play the odds. I play the stats. I take a chance. As Abba says, take a chance on me. So I take a chance of this opening. Okay, so d5 here. Doesn't that undermine f5? Or am I imagining it? This looks as though in this particular position of this amazing unique configuration on the chessboard, that d5 might actually be a move which has some impact here, given that f5 knight could be described as a tactical liability at some level, correct? And d4, surely. What's happening here? He's giving me a piece. This is very generous. It's going to give me an all-time peak rating on this server if I win this game. I don't want to speak too soon, but this is a piece up, right? If I go queen here, what's happening here? I'm piece up. He's weakening his king now. What is this? Why is he weakening his king? There's knight f4. Queen e5 after. Yeah, I didn't get it. Queen G3. So knight H4. I can threaten to take things off. Thank you to my opponent as well. As they say, win with grace, lose with dignity sometimes. But this server supports it with the applause. I mean, that's really cool. Remember Yahoo? It just said boot off this table. You know, a lot of people did that. Not that I ever played there. But do you remember there was a time 20 years ago, there was Yahoo Chess. You just, I don't know, people just booted other people off for a laugh after losing, probably. So yeah, I think you know, behavioural stuff is influenced by the server you're on. So that is a really cool feature. I like the applause. Do you guys like the applause? 1 if you like the applause at the end. 10 if you don't. I think personally, I think that's a great feature that you can applause the opponents. Do you think? I mean, it encourages that. What do you reckon? Okay. So anyway. So let's see. No, he's asking for knight e4. Come on, man. Look at the basic forcing moves. No matter how outrageous, you got to look at the basic forcing moves. Otherwise, this is a classic disaster. It's actually in reverse a trap against the Budapest gambit. No, against I don't know what opening. I've seen it in another form. This trap. Okay, so question time. Do I take on h6 or allow him? You know, if we did a trade-off analysis, if I take on h6, he's going to rip open the h file. Might take a few moves though. You know what? I could develop pieces. Instead, just give him e7. I think it might be a distraction for him to take on e7. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be a perfectionist about this, whether to take on h6 or this. It's more, let's see, I think it's more about making sure I'm not getting mated that easily at this point. Let's make sure I'm not getting mated too easily. Now bishop g4, bishop g7. Oh, crikey. What am I doing? I'm tempted to play bishop takes g4 actually. I know this is crazy, but takes, knight g4, queen, knight e5 after. This is wrong. I know it's wrong. He can take and get a piece. I know it's kind of wrong. What I want to do is clear his attack with the pawn break away. I've seen a similar idea in a different context, but it's not necessary. It's overkill. It's fundamentally unsound. But I think in some sense it might make my position in some sense easier to play if I can evict this queen away and stop his attack. Oh, there was knight f4 to consider. I'm really messing this up, right? Okay, I've finally hit c3. It's like I'm not being given any chance to do anything at the moment. Alright, there's rook h6 to queen f5. Do I get a breather to him to parry a threat or not? This has not been clever. So he doesn't defend. He's a good attacker, probably. Doesn't defend that much. He just wants to shred my king open. I guess. And how do I actually stop all of this happening? It's going to be tricky, isn't it? I think I need to move like Queen E5 at some point. Or this one. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm doomed. Actually, I'm doomed. I'm not sure I played this very well at all, clearly. Oh, there's even... Can I try a little trap? No. Spotted that. Yeah. I don't know, I went a bit crazy with that piece sack, I think. It was unnecessary. Unnecessary. Oh, stalemate. Okay. He stalemated me in time pressure. Okay. Lucky reprieve in a practical sense. But yeah, I didn't... somehow it had the reverse effects. That piece sack was supposed to make my king safety not such a concern. It made it even more of a concern. It's funny that. Kasparov once stalemated someone in the World Blitz Chess Championship, and Mikhail Tal eventually won the World Blitz Championship in when it was played in 1970 or something. The first kind of unofficial World Blitz Championship, believe it or not. It was a knockout format, so Kasparov was multiple pieces up against the GM and the GM managed to get a stalemate, and the upshot was that Tal didn't even need to play Kasparov because of the tournament format, and ended up winning the event. So actually, you know, stalemates in blitz chess, they have a place historically, even with the likes of Kasparov involved. I haven't made that up. If you look up on Wiki World Blitz Championship, check it out, the one that Tal won, and have a look through the games, and you'll see you can validate. But Kasparov had this classic. I think he was annoyed his opponent was playing on. But you know, it is like in blitz, the possibility, especially bullet chess, the possibility of a stalemate is actually much higher than you might think. Now knight f3 for bishop c3. This could be better than knight g4, bishop g7. I like to win that bishop, I think. Now this is temporarily a loose piece on c3. But you know what? There's no check on d3 just yet to win that bishop. Except I do lose the rook. I didn't think about that, did I? Okay, I've got these two connected pawns. I can win and exchange back. Or I could be sadistic about it. I could play rook e8. Or bishop b4. I think I'll... No, he's got check. Let's drag this rook back. Take the b file. He hasn't got an entry point here, so let's just take this b file and play for rook b4. I think rook b4 will be handy to hold this pawn and attack this one. Let's be careful there's no mouse slips as well. This is a major thing, isn't it? There's no mouse slip. Yeah, something to think about. How to avoid mouse slips. I've got this G mouse, G claw, and it has a very professional pad, bit large black pad. Usually it's difficult to do a mouse slip on it. G claw. Okay, so anyway. Okay. Thanks. There's a huge variety of opponents tonight. Okay, so okay, let's play this guy again. I think for bullet chess, I'd recommend G-claw mouse. If you'd play any bullet chess, I think you could do worse than a G-claw. Yeah. Now, yeah, it looks like you can actually win a pawn. Yeah. Or maybe I play rook d8 or not bother. I'll just lose the pawn. Okay, he's not bothered. I'll threaten d takes here, hitting the queen. Some mating pattern here of rook h2. I've noticed if I ever got a rook here, rook h2, rook h5, because the knight's covering an escape square. It's good to know these mating patterns, spot them, and work backwards from them. So you can see that a rook here is a mate because of the pawn and the knight covering two key escape squares. It might not happen now because he stopped rook c5. But I'm sort of brewing up for that sort of possibility right now. I mean, it's probably not going to happen now. I can sort of try and arrange it still. Rook h5, rook d5, rook h2, rook h5. Because once you spot two escape squares as being taken, yeah, it creates magic on the chessboard. Just two escape squares, I think looking for mating next becomes very justified. These mating patterns on the chessboard. Does he play g4? He can protect h2 here. is let me have this mating pattern. I think I can pre-move this. There's no other move he's got. Okay. Let's wait one moment. Let's see if we can get another. As I say, I've mentioned to ChessBase, it'd be nice to have a minimum rating setting here on this web interface. I'll set it, honest. Okay. I think my virtual rating tonight is less because of this takeaway chicken thing. In any case, okay. I like this position. I've been scoring heavily with this in bullet chess. There's something about this configuration. The bishop's pointing at the king. I mean, it doesn't just score results for me. I find it aesthetically pleasing. It's like winning often in an aesthetically pleasing way from this position, this sort of position. So that's interesting as well. So let's see. I mean, there's almost tempting possibilities of knight g5, which often work ridiculously well in bullet chess. Just to sort of take away one pawn for the opponent's king, and having an h-file is often lethal, especially when this bishop isn't planted. That sort of sacrifice is often lethal. In fact, I'm going to tempt it just to take the. It's amazing the magic of taking away the h pawn here. Because, I mean, without that h-pawn, the whole h-file dynamic is changed. You can think about things like queen h4, queen h7. The h-pawn is a valuable part of the shield of the king here. If this pawn wasn't there, by the way, this would work for bishop h7 mate, which is a tactic I've had in other games. It's a wonderful tactic, queen h5. For bishop h7, I really think that's a really super cool tactic. I'm going to try and do something to create that tactic. I think, like, or not. G4 is tempting. I think G4 is tempting. Okay. I'll go with G4 for a moment. Is he going to open the F file? If his knight moves back, it's really kind of virtually pinned. But this one opens the F file. And you know what? I love this hook on F6 here. I could celebrate that hook on F6, suppressing the F pawn, and bring the other rook to try and mate with, rook h3, queen h8. It's like, I think it sort of creates this binds on the position, but I could get mated down here. Let's close this diagonal. Maybe I'm exaggerating the strength of this potential attack a little bit. It's true, it could be not much. On the other hand, some serious issues now. I thought he would take on e4 to try and strip away a few things like access to e1. It's given me a bit of time now. If he has to play knight h5, I can take in an hg, and I'm back threatening mates and stuff. Protecting e4 here as well as a bonus. hg, rook h8, there's rook f7 there, which would mean his king going back and I could just take on h8. Except his queen's protecting h8. Okay. I don't think it matters though. I don't think that particularly matters. I'll be winning the knight on... actually, there's king g6. There's king g6. Hold on a sec. Does he play king g6? I mean, it's possible. I could play rook f to h7 there. It's possible he could take here. But then, I don't know, check and then e5. We're just taking his rook, actually. Alright. Pin. Oh, maybe that was silly. It can do knight takes. Alright, let's speed up. Try and get into pre-move. Spirit of pre-move here. Very easy to lose games on time if you don't get into the pre-move spirit. Especially when you're up on material. I think it's important to get into that pre-move spirit. As long as his pawn and bishops are not, bishop is not gonna be the enemy here. Okay. Let's try and get a different opponent. A bit of variety is the spice of life. As they say. So Cadu from Spain. So yeah, I'm starting to like this particular start position. Here, the bishops are ready, pointing at the king, the king's future location. Queen shifts over. Yeah, I've just been winning game after game after game in this bullet. I find the stability of this setup is stronger than my experiments with 1 e3 for sure. I think overall results statistically stronger. Bishop still pointing now at 2 key squares. Queen g3 now possible with that knight's not on e4. This is very dangerous in practice, especially on bullet chess. Okay, he's blunted the diagonal for sure, but that sort of move weakens light squares. Okay, could take out the light square bishop. That's true. That does win the exchange. It's a bit pedantic though. I've still got the pressure, fundamentally. The force is with my position, I believe. So I'm not too worried at the moment. Now it's bishop f6. I told you the force is with my position. What's losing the exchange? It's the pressure on this king side that creates the force, I think, being with me on this occasion. The pressure on his king side persists slightly. Even if I had even if the queens came off, I could get a good lockdown on the dot squares here with that bishop. What's this? Pawn up? No, I'm not pawn up. Time up though. I got loads more time now. Double the time. I don't know about this ending with the king and pawn. I don't really want to test the king and pawn ending. I'd rather test the rook and pawn ending, given the time constraints. Even if it's a pawn down. This D pawn, I think, is a good prospect. If my king got to e6, I mean, dangerous with that D pawn. I mean, this D pawn's really quite good. Who needs loads of pawns? One will do sometimes. Just one pawn in the centre. I think Sproth described the D pawn as the strongest pass pawn going. Now if king f7, it's check. If king f8, okay. I don't want a perpetual check, so I think I'm going to have to work backwards. Yeah, from this position. I think the rook is going to do the business. The pawns are not that stable here. Alright, yeah, okay, I did lose the exchange. Technicality, I say. Okay, b3. I still like the fundamental thing about pointing stuff at the king with this system. You know what? This is okay, I think, knight f2 idea. Because later g4 could be something. But on the other hand, it might be nice to... there's more to it going on here. I'll stop this d4 break. If I play like this, and then castle queenside, and then h3 g4. So this is some plan. Do this, h3 g4. I want to stop the d4 break. And there's a big downside to doing this. It's I'm weakening light squares. Nevertheless, okay, bishop a3 is extremely a concern. Alright, maybe I don't castle queenside. He's kind of forced me to reconsider the whole plan here. This looks pleasant enough, basically, to do this. With g4, with the king over here. Yeah, g4 with the king over here. And if I can double the rooks on the g file, I'll be happy. Yeah. I think knight g4, knight h6 now is implied. Rook g3, rook g1 is the plan. He has blunted this bishop significantly. Okay, there's a pin now at least. I can do this as mentioned though. This check. Okay, maybe one more or something. It's the same opponent. Same plan I'll use. Because he's a prime. I could go there, but it's an alternative. Oh, you know what? I didn't mean that. I meant to find out where my knight was placed. I didn't mean to really do knight h3 to g1. honest. Okay, this is going to be a bit long-winded now. Oh well. Okay. He's let me accelerate my castling kingside. I can castle kingside now. Yeah. Okay, if I take care, I'm hitting the knight. Opening up the bishop. I'm fretting mate. Hitting the pawn. Opening up the bishop again. Maybe I give him number 2 up, I can just simplify. Actually, yeah. There's not going to be a mating net, is there? I'm going to try and avoid being mated. That would be embarrassing if there was a mating net here. Treble pawns. Oh, I'm managing to mess up this rook and pawn ending. Yes, I'm losing all the pawns over there. I'll try and get a couple back. The problem is, you know, if he wins this is very bad news. Potentially. How did I get this? Things were going so well. This is some going. Ah, some going. Okay. I think I must have fallen asleep during this game with my pawns on the queen side. I think they were like an anesthetic for my thought processes. I just thought it was like winning earlier. Alright, I'm going to go now. Okay, it hasn't been very impressive today. It's good resource for the opponents today. Underrated. So, yeah, well played to all the opponents today. and I'm hoping to play. I'll try and play a little bit better next week. Thanks so much. Cheers then. Thanks so much.